Hello Taurus, welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for being here. This is your beginning till mid-October 2019 Divine Spread, as I always do at the beginning of the month. So let's take your Karma Dharma position, Taurus, and see what's happening with you. Today is the 2nd of October 2019. So Taurus, we have the Justice card. Some of you may be dealing with a Libra. Justice can also speak of legal issues. This is, we are in the time of Libra right now. The sun is transiting through Libra. We've got Venus, Mercury as well in Libra. So it's a time of communication in relation to any partnerships of any type. So work-related, family, love, anything like that. Now Libra is always, Libra is an air sign, so it's all about that communication, using the mind, you know, trying to bring in the balance in relation to giving and receiving equally. So if you are dealing with a Libra in particular, Libra always likes to make space for others. It's a very balanced way of communicating. Libra is ruled by Venus, and therefore, you know, Venus is all about harmony. So it's a very good time for those conversations. Mars is just at the last degrees, actually, of Virgo. So Mars will be entering Libra in a couple of days. So we're going to have all the personal planets. So when I mean personal planets, I'm talking about Mars, the Sun, Venus, and Mercury. Mercury is at the second last degree, so at 28 degrees of Libra, getting ready to move into Scorpio. And that's going to happen actually in about a day. So very deep communications. Things that have been hidden are going to come up for resurfacing. Okay, Scorpio is very intimate, very deep, very dark as well. So things that have been lurking in the dark, those conversations, the logical conversations, will be coming up for, you know, interaction. Mercury again is logic, so looks like we're putting all our cards on the table in relation to what we've been holding back on. That's what Scorpio is. Very, very deep, very secretive. So Taurus, let's take your cards. And I'm using the Botticelli Tarot. For those of you that are interested, what other decks I'm using today, they're all in the description box below. So let's take your cards. So in the foundation, we have the Ten of Swords. Wow. Ten of Swords can be harsh. There is some sort of an ending. Some of you may even be dealing with back pain, but, you know, swords are all about intellect, our perception. You've come to some sort of a completion, an ending where your stability and your security is concerned. So the ending of hardship, I would say, as I said, through those conversations in the time of Libra, it's very good for clearing the slate. Let's see what is hidden. You have the Magician, which is a number 1. Now the Magician rules Gemini and Virgo, so you may be dealing with either of those signs. You may have either of those signs in your chart, but what you don't know is that there is a new beginning. This is a number 1. The Magician here is very busy, trying to manifest, using the energies, his manifesting tools and whatever they are. So he holds a sword, a cup, a pentacle, and also a wand. So he's got everything that he needs to begin something new, to manifest. Now this could be all about communication. For those of you that this is business, this is a beautiful omen, because Mercury ruling Gemini. Gemini is the house of collaboration, commerce. Virgo is all about our daily routine. So, you know, what we do from day to day, looking at those details. And so therefore it's very positive in the sense of business. If it's not business that you're watching this reading for, then there is strong communicative energies here, because Mercury is the left brain, it's the logic. We've got a lot of air, so a lot of thoughts, a lot of communication. Now in the recent past, you have the Six of Swords, more air. Six of Swords is leaving the past difficulties, where, you know, leaving them in the past and moving forward, okay? And many of you are just trying to close the door on the past. Why? Because the ship has already sailed. As you can see, it's already traveling, but the swords have been left behind. Usually in the traditional tarot, he's taking the swords with him. So this is like seriously closing the chapter on something in the past. Let's take the now position. We have the King of Wands, so it can be Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. The King of Wands is someone who is, you know, he holds that Ace of Wands, someone who is driven by his desires, his passions. He is a leader, could be very business orientated, very creative and charismatic. The downside to this king is that he can be too overbearing, sometimes empowering, too over-empowering, too overwhelming, and could be quite fiery. Now, what is your goal? Six of Cups, another six. And in the Botticelli here, we've got a child. This is a card of innocence, a card of the past. Some of you may have your own children. Usually with this card, we've got, it's, you know, it's a soulmate energy, something in relation with the past, and you know, past times, and how times were once, you know, once upon a time they were innocent. Okay, it's very childlike. And here it looks like with the child, the baby, it looks like something new is starting for you, dear Taurus. Some of you may be even could be becoming parents for the first time. Okay, and the child is not only, you know, it's a baby here, so it speaks about the beginning of something, but also, again, there could be children in the mix here. Now, we've got the Ten of Swords here in your foundation. In the area of career here, there is newness, okay, and there is a balancing out. It is a six. Okay, let's see what the action and advice is. We've got the Knight of Cups. So Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy. The Knight of Cups is one, an individual that is very open-hearted. He carries that Ace of Cups, so he comes from the heart. He's very emotional, sometimes too emotional, but he is hoping for to be able to offer this cup to his beloved. Now, some of you may be dealing with another water sign. I feel that this is more than likely your energy. Now, the Knight of Cups can get cold feet sometimes, so he's not very balanced in his decision, his path forward, so can be quite, you know, 1 minute it's hot, cold, so it's as though he's the knight that isn't very certain about his movement forward. Therefore, he's fluctuating. Emotions can, you know, put him in a position where he's not certain of whether he's able to offer this cup. Let's look at the outcome for you. And we've got the Hermit, which is Virgo. Now, the Hermit is someone who is in solitude, someone who is looking for, you know, the divine guidance from Spirit. The Hermit can be your energy as well, or the person that you are dealing with. Someone is, you know, has taken a step back. This could be a time of spiritual growth, and wisdom. The Hermit is a very wise individual. The Hermit, because he looks at the details, and that's what Virgo is all about. Some of you may be looking for information. We do have the Justice card. For those of you that are in a legal situation, you could be dealing with a solicitor, someone who is, wise, and someone who's very good and very detailed at finding information, looking at those details again. Even maybe this could even be a detective that someone has hired. So, it is a 9, one step before the Wheel of Fortune. He's down on his knees, so it looks as though this person is, I don't know, he's waiting for something. It's as though he's asking the divine. He's actually seriously wanting something. He's on his knees. It's as though he's ready to make an offer, ready to ask for, in a very humble way, he's ready to ask for guidance. And it feels as though he could be quite desperate. So let's take what is the divine position. How are you affected through the planets? Taurus. And we have the 6 of Wands, which is a card of victory and glory. You do have 3 sixes. 3 sixes do equal 18. It's the number of the moon. And the moon can be quite deceptive, but it can also speak of fears. I would say don't fear what is hidden. You've got the potential here to be successful. Okay, so this could be recognition in whatever you do. The Botticelli tarot has got a lot of beautiful illustrations. Here I see an angel. It's the divine. It's spirit. And I feel that there is a blessing in this energy here. You are protected. And there is certain success here in whatever you're trying to manifest. Now, I'd also like to point out that, looking at the angel here, and it's a card of wands, I would say that the fiery energy that we've got here is Sagittarius. Why? Because Sagittarius is spirit. It's the spiritual sign, fire sign. And that's what I feel here, that we are talking about Sagittarian energy, sun, moon, or rising. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. And we have the Emperor. And the Emperor could be Aries or Taurus. Now, the Emperor can be very Saturnian, very strict, very sturdy, very fixed energy here. Now, the Emperor is a number 4. It's a major arcana. It's all about stability, home, security. He does look quite decisive the way he's sitting there with that huge sword. So it looks as though someone is not coming from a place of emotion, because the Emperor does not show emotion. But this is coming from a position of the highest good, the good of all. So this card does denote a sense of responsibility, and that's probably where the cold, I don't want to say cold, but distant emotions of the Emperor come from. So again, a sense of responsibility. Now, some of you could, this could be, because this is the general energy. For some of you, this could be your energy. For others of you, this could be someone that is a sense of, holding the throne, holding a position higher than you. If you are the King of Wands, then this is someone above you. I feel that for a lot of you, this is your energy, because it is Aries, Taurus for me. And I feel that I think that there is a sense of pulling up your socks and doing what is necessary at this time in relation to, again, stabilizing some situation. Okay, and I feel a heavy burden with many responsibilities in this card. Let's see what's beneath that. And we've got the 3 of Pentacles. So yes, around work, This is a work card. It's saying that, you know, whatever you're doing, there is a sense of expansion and growth. Again, we've got another angel here. This is Spirit again. The Three of Pentacles can say that you are being noticed for your talents. You are brushing up on some skills. Some of you may be looking towards a promotion. If you are trying to become the Emperor, you may be second in charge, you know, and you're hoping to win the throne. And this could even be in a love relationship. Three of Pentacles can speak of, you know, growth and abundance, because threes are always about something expanding, right? Now, for some of you, maybe one or two of you out there, we do have two males here, two masculine energies. So for some of you, you may be in some sort of a competition in relation to someone's heart. There is a third person, could be here with the Three of Pentacles. Let's see what else we've got. And we've got the Queen of Swords. So Queen of Swords is Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. She is quite cold. Now what I notice is the sword she's holding. So is the Emperor here. Okay, so there is, I feel that the Emperor with the Queen of Swords could be a couple. Could be two people that are in a committed partnership, or a, you know, long-term relationship. But I feel that it's a lot about communication. Now the Emperor, because he's Saturnian, and Saturn is very slow moving, but Saturn also gives the gifts back. So all the hard work and the dedication will be given back to you from Saturn. It will be paying you off. So you will receive, if you've been holding this position or even hoping for this position, there's good omens around it. So let's take some more cards, dear Taurus. I'm taking Amira's Love Oracle. I want to see what else is going to show up for you. What I'd like to say with the Ten of Swords in the foundation area is that Ten of Swords is a completion, so it does break down to the Ace of Swords, and again it's all about clarity, new beginnings, communication. Okay, let's take Amira's Love Oracle and look at your love life, dear Taurus. What do we need to know for October beginning to mid 2019? Okay, we've got the young male that just fell out, and the young male is someone who's very sporty. They love their sports cars. They like the finer things in life, and I do feel that this could be, again, your energy. Taurus loves his comforts. Taurus loves their things that are, you know, that feel good, that make them feel good, things that are of quality. Okay, so the young male could be someone who comes in quickly. This is quick movement, quick action. Okay, for some of you, I suppose this could be, if you are the Emperor, let's say, or the King of Wands, this young male could be an adolescent, young teenage son. For some of you, for those of you that are a little bit older. Now, when I look at soulmate relationships, twin flames, because we're talking about past life soulmate energies, and we do have the Six of Cups, which is the soulmate card. Many times I do feel that because the soul does not grow older, it takes many, many lives. That's why I feel as though the young male could even be, for some of you, could be this older male in a younger version. So it's showing a lot of youth here. Or for those of you that this, for those of you that are cross-watching for Taurus, this could be the person that you've known from a past life, okay? Past life, and that's why he's showing up as youthful here. Let's see what else we've got. Now, for some of you, you could be younger, but you've got many, many responsibilities, and therefore, through life's lessons, you are showing up as a king, hoping to become that emperor. So let's take two more cards, Taurus. We've got the True Gem, which speaks of something, again, very valuable. The True Gem speaks of crystals, things that are of quality, again, things that are real. So a true gem can speak of a personality as well. So true gem could also be if you are dealing with someone that deals with crystals. They may sell crystals. It might be someone very intuitive that you are dealing with someone who is into the occult. Could be someone who reads tarot. We've got the purple color here, which is a lot about intuition. Now, I did mention the moon card before, so some of you may be trusting your intuition that the person that you're dealing with is a true gem, or it could mean that you're the one that is into things that are of quality, of value, and that is even looking for someone who is that sort of a personality. Let's take another card. And we've got Union. The Union card is a card of marriage, engagement, partnership in business. I do see the rings as engagement, so there is a commitment coming through that is of value. Could be a very rich and abundant wedding as well. But I do feel that with the sports car here, it's happening quickly. So, you know, it looks as though speed is picking up here. We do have the Justice card. Now, the Justice card, again, is Libra, but it's a number 11. And 11s always speak of a new doorway opening. It's very karmic. Number 11 is new beginnings for me. It's an indication of lots of changes coming through. Changes that will bring in the balance. So we do have, like the Union, it's two rings, isn't it? So it's a point of balance. Twos, anything that comes in two speaks of relationship, and it speaks of a union, a divine union, a partnership. Wow, beneath the Queen of Swords, we've got the Wheel of Fortune here, and that's a number 10. This is, again, Sagittarian energy. Beautiful changes are coming in, changes that have been worked on, changes that are necessary. It is all about karmic situations happening right now with what's going on in Capricorn. The energy is there. Pluto is starting to move direct. Saturn has moved direct. And the South Node is there. So a lot of us are dealing with a lot of karma. We are shedding our skin, letting go of past karma. Saturn brings in longevity, stability, and things that are real, physical. Beneath the wheel is your card. Here we go. We've got the Hierophant. And the Hierophant, again, speaks of marriage, commitment, doing things by the book. This is a heavy weight again, you know, staying on those guidelines, doing things the way they're supposed to be done, traditionally, holding the faith. For those of you that have wanted a commitment, then that is what is feeding you. You are being guided by spirit. You are being guided by your faith. And also, beneath that, we've got the Aries card. And Aries is new beginnings. It's a new cycle. But here we've got in the Botticelli, there is something weird about a beginning. Something needs to be cleared out in relation to the victim mentality. That's how I see this card. So any past life wounds are coming up. They're resurfacing to be healed, I feel, with this card. And again, we've got the High Priestess. So we've got the two spiritual people here. We've got the Hierophant, High Priest, High Priestess. What is in between is something needs to be tweaked. There is a barrier between these two people now. They're on the same page spiritually. They can actually communicate just through thought. That's how powerful they are. But the Wheel of Fortune and Jupiter in Sagittarius is bringing in, of course, the blessings for everyone at a different time. Now, it's all about communication, clarity. The Queen of Swords is someone who could be using that sword. For those of you that are dealing with someone that's in another relationship, this Queen of Swords could be in a relationship with someone else or going through separation. We've got Justice here, remember. And there is a sense of trying to find the balance here, trying to bring in balance. There is slow and steady expansion here. So doing things slowly, meticulously, and by the book. That's what I feel here. Okay, what I'd like to do now is take a few more cards for more clarity. Okay, so now the Knight of Cups is in the action and advice position. It is a knight and it's not a king, so therefore the offer is still being processed here. But I see I'm tying the young, the young male. The young male is the Knight of Cups, I feel. So I feel that those of you that have not, that are waiting for a commitment from someone, I feel that there are other things that need to be put in place before this knight can come through. But then all of a sudden, the Wheel of Fortune, you know, there is a completion with a 10. You've got at the Wheel of Fortune, 10 of Swords here, and then you've got the Ace, the Magician, don't forget. New cycle with that Aries energy. Let's take one card on each position. So at the position of the 10 of Swords, you have the 10 of Cups, which is incredible. So after closing up this chapter, after an ending, a harsh ending, comes the 10 of Cups, which is happiness and bliss on all levels. So it looks as though you've had to go through the ending. As I said, if we don't make space, if it's not the right time, the chips will fall when it's time for them to fall. And I feel that the universe needs to take care of everyone that is involved in a situation before the complete blessings can come through. So there is a sense of a new beginning, but there's still energies that are being worked through. Let's look at the Magician. And we've got the Five of Pentacles here. Five of Pentacles speaks of two people that feel left out in the cold. So you are maybe dealing with financial issues, could be, or the person you're dealing with is someone that has got the ability to manifest, but they're at the Five of Pentacles. They need to get to the 10 before they can materialize and be free, financially free, I feel. Let's look at that Six of Swords. You know, again, it could be your energy, of course. Doesn't mean that it's going to be necessarily the person that you're dealing with. Why I say this, because it's in the hidden position. So, again, because the Five of Pentacles can speak of not being in a balanced state spiritually, there is a sense of feeling, you know, left out in the cold, and the connection is a little bit lost here for whatever reason. Let's take the Six of Swords. And we have the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is all about stability, hoping to have that celebration. This is a home. This is some sort of a foundation. For those of you that are in a committed relationship or partnership and you've been going through troubles, could be financial, could be a chapter that you're closing in your life. Because, you know, I can't help but notice the Ten of Swords, which is air, and then we've got the 11. So going through the karmic situations, right? So doesn't mean that for those of you that are committed that you are going to all go through separation. No. It could be a chapter that you're closing in your life, leaving those troubled waters and, you know, as I said, closing the door on the past, and there's going to be a celebration. Could be a committed partnership or relationship that you're actually overcoming the obstacles, the lessons, the tests, right? For others of you, this could be that you're moving away from a family situation, a committed partnership or relationship, moving into legalities, yeah? It's going to be different for everyone. Of course, it's a general reading. Let's look at that King of Wands. And we've got the Ace of Pentacles. An Ace of Pentacles is a brand new beginning, something that is sturdy, real, physical, and it's going to go the long haul. So this King of Wands could, as I said, it's probably your energy. We do have the Pentacle here, which is also Earth. So for those of you that feel that this is not you, and if you are the Emperor here, but I feel for most of you it is the same person in this sense. Then this could be someone that you could be dealing with in relation to business. Could be some sort of a partnership in business. This could be a new project that's coming through, something that's going to pay off. But the King of Wands could also be someone who is actually giving, paying alimony, child support. As you could see, the hand is going to the child. Now, the Ace of Pentacles could also be a pregnancy. You know, this King of Wands could be someone that is his partner is expecting a child, or it just could be a brand new beginning, a wedding, an engagement, right? Two cards just fell out, but they're flat down. So let's see what else we've got. I want to take, before I take on that Six of Cups, I want to take a card on the Emperor. And we've got the Five of Wands. So, wow, there is conflict here. For those of you that are dealing, remember what I said before, that Queen of Swords who is holding the sword. Those of you that are dealing with that Queen of Swords, I did say that it could be the Emperor that is, that was in a family situation with the Queen of Swords. So, as you could see with the Five of Wands, this is, you know, 5 people not being on the same page. This could speak of arguments. Yeah? Now, if this is your energy and you're in a group situation, you're trying to build something. Some of you may even be into building. You may be building something literally. We do have the Four of Wands and then the Five of Wands. So the disagreements, could be changing into, you know, some sort of an agreement. Let's look at that Six of Cups. We have the King of Cups here. Wow. Now we've got water. So King of Cups could be Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. Now I did mention the Moon card, if you remember, number 18. So this water sign would be Cancer. And again, I do feel, dear Taurus, wow, because your seventh house of partnership is Scorpio, so sometimes you could come across as a water sign. We do have the Knight of Cups. I do see the King of Cups as Cancer, but I feel that because you have got a soft spot where children are concerned, or for some of you, you're not showing your emotions here in the now position, but your goal is to open your heart, to speak, to communicate. Remember what I said, that there's a lot of energies in Libra at this time, a lot of planets there. They will be moving into Scorpio. So could it be that once the Sun moves into Scorpio, Venus and Mercury, you could be opening up, someone is unlocking your heart and your emotions. So now you're showing up as the king, not only as the knight, which is nice to see. Let's look at that knight, Knight of Cups. Yeah, decision, Two of Swords. Some sort of a decision. Do I move forth or not? Some of you, as I said, may be dealing with someone from your past, someone that you've shared many innocent times, a lot of reminiscing of those good old days. Let's look at the Hermit. And we've got the Eight of Pentacles. And Eight of Pentacles usually is Virgo energy for me, but because you are Earth, some of you are throwing yourself into work. Maybe you're doing your homework with the Hermit here, looking for information surrounding work, looking for, the finer details. As I said, Virgo is all about being of service to others. Some of you are really working hard, and that doesn't only mean that you're working at your place of work, but this could be wanting to work hard on a relationship. As I said, this person is bowing down. He's very humble. And being humble says that work is being done, right? Let's take another card. And we've got the Ace of Cups here. It's all about love. It's all about the beginning of something that is very promising. Something that some of you may have been hoping for a long time. Some of you, this could be, as I had the Queen of Swords. Now the Queen of Swords can be another air sign. Virgo also shows up as air because Virgo is all about the logic, the left brain. We do have the Eight of Pentacles, which is also Virgo here. So some of you may be dealing with, communicating with a Virgo through work, okay, through work, or it's got something to do with work here. Let's see what that Six of Wands is all about. So you've got the Four of Wands, Five of Wands, Six of Wands. Let's see. And we've got the Six of Pentacles now, which is Libra. This is a card of balance. Again, giving as much as you're receiving. Some of you are hopefully feeling very generous at this time. People are waiting. There's two sixes here. Waiting for your generosity, for recognition, maybe from you. Maybe the person that you're dealing with is waiting for reciprocity. If there has been a sense of ego, because I do feel that there is also a little bit of ego through this Six of Wands, this again is feeling humble and getting into that Libra energy of equal, giving and receiving, equality. Okay, two sixes here. Two sixes equal 12. Again, there's that Hangman. Sacrifice, all about sacrifice. but it could also speak of a little bit of time necessary before this comes through. Now, I want to take one more card on this. 10 of Swords, 10 of Cups. I feel that for some of you, those of you that have been dealing with someone who was in another relationship, and of course this can go the other way around. It could be that you've been in a relationship and you're the one that is coming out of a relationship. The 10 of Cups in the foundation and the 10 of Swords says that, you know, two tens equal the Judgment card, which is very Plutonian. It's all about transformation. Some of you have been hoping that this is the end of the suffering. This is the end of the hardship. For those of you that have been deceived, backstabbed, your hope, your happiness is to get out of this. So, again, for those of you that have thought that you've got no chance because you've been dealing with someone maybe who could have been at a distance to you, 3 of Wands. Now we've got the 3 of Wands here in the Karma Dharma position. 3, 4, 5, 6 of Wands. You've been looking across the sea. Some of you, again, I've mentioned Sagittarius, which speaks of foreign places and people. You've been waiting for your ships to come in. Now, if this is business, again, another 3, expansion and growth. You also had the 3 of Pentacles, remember. Let's see. And we've got, wow, we've got the 9 of Wands and then the Tower. Look at that. And the Tower is Pluto as well as Uranus. For me, suddenly, whatever wall blockages that have been in your way are coming down with this Tower. And that's why I see the Tower as very positive. I do feel that there is a sudden change, an epiphany. Getting to the end of a situation, we went from the 5 straight to the 9 of Wands. No, from the 6, I should say, straight to the 9. Let's take another card, one more card after this Tower. And I think, wow, goodness me, we've got Capricorn and the Devil here. Now this is very Saturnian. Again, Saturn brings longevity, physicality, reality. Saturn is very grounding as well. But this is also a card of strong passion. So suddenly with Capricorn, as I was saying before, Saturn has just met up recently with a South Node. And with Saturn moving through that South Node, it's like moving through the fire, like going through the fire and coming out of the other side. And the Devil is a lot of fire because it speaks of very strong passion. Okay, it speaks of something that is bigger than us, something that it's hard to break free from. So let's see. Now Capricorn is all about career. It's the father. It's the law as well. And integrity as well. Let's take one more card. Now, the Devil is also a lot of sexual intimacy and magnetism here. So let's see what is this driving force. What is happening here with Capricorn? And we've got the Page of Cups. So, wow, this could even be an adolescent child. But it can also be an apology. Now, could this relationship be driven by a very strong sexual magnetism, which is very Scorpio as well? Why? Because Scorpio is all about intimacy. They're very deep, very passionate. So I feel that with the 9 of Wands, which is like the barriers being up, right? And then all of a sudden, as I said, that wall comes crashing down with the Tower. It's a sudden epiphany, an epiphany that Saturn is bringing you, you know, something that is very notable, something that is unexpected, and we've got emotions as well as passion here. So, as I said, Capricorn, Saturn, and the South Node is transforming anything karmic in your life. So, the Tower could also be bringing down, what loop were you in? Were you in a loop? Too much work, not enough love, a relationship that was very, very restrictive, because the devil is very restrictive. Some of you may be having sudden changes. Instead of, you know, working like the goat, the mountain goat, like a Capricorn, you're more into your emotions, making space for love. Because here we've got that Ace of Cups. Now, if this is business, if you've been hoping for that offer to come through, you've got Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, okay? You've also got the Magician, which is amazing. Let's take those Sibillas. What I would like to look at first of all is the divine position, which is right here. Top of the Six of Wands and Six of Pentacles, we've got, this is like the Four of Wands. So this is harmony. This is the Amica, which speaks of a confidant, a best friend, but it does remind me very much of the Justice card because it speaks of harmony. Sospiri, hoping and wishing for those ships to come through. It's like the Three of Wands, but it is the Six of Swords. Again, leaving those troubled waters behind and waiting, looking across those seas, hoping, wishing, sighing, waiting for that thing to come in. What are you waiting for, Taurus? It's on its way. But as I said, you've got the Three of Wands, and the Sospiri again speaks of a little bit of time, and distance could be the problem here. We've also got Domestico, which is a number 11. You don't believe that those ships are going to come in, do you? But this is a number 11. We've got the Butler here. The Butler is a helping hand, but there is disbelief here in this card. And disbelief of newness coming through. Some of you may be in a situation where you don't believe what you're going through right now, but it is a brand new doorway. It's that 11. 11 again, Justice. Let me take one more card. And we've got the Vedovor, the Three of Swords. Wow. It's not easy leaving the past behind. Someone is mourning the past here. Of course, I cannot stop at the Three of Swords, so I need to take a couple more cards here. This is being stuck in the past. Okay? Being stuck in the past, some losses, and I don't feel that it's your loss. I feel that this is the third person. And I feel that it's got a lot to do with this Emperor who's holding that sword. Let's take another card. We've got Viaggio, Three of Wands. So there's 2 threes here, right? We've got someone who is crying about their past. I do see an age difference here. So this would be the Emperor. He's older. And the Viaggio is somebody who is, he's like the Knight of Cups, right? And Viaggio says that he's going on a voyage. This could be someone that's literally traveling. Okay, maybe again, from a foreign land, from a distance. And we've got the Dispiacere, Ace of Swords. And it does remind me very much of that Queen of Swords. Dispiacere. This is someone who is crying about the past, having had to cut someone out of her life, her or his. But these could also be tears of joy. Okay, because it's a brand new beginning. Ace of Swords, remember? Your foundation begins with the Ace of Swords, because that 10 of Swords says you're at the end. That 10 breaks down to the Ace. Let's take a look at the outcome So we've got the Hermit. The Hermit is on his knees. Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. We have Gelosia, which is the Eight of Swords. This is past regrets. This could also be fear of moving forward. If there was jealousy at some point, then this is probably something that this person has regret. Or this person was fearing, and it was all intellectual, about moving forward. Okay, this person was sensing the energies of Saturnian difficulties, fears, like the devil here. We have Militare, Ten of Swords, secrets, the ending of hardship. But this says that you're on a roll, but for some of you, I don't believe that you are telling others you're on a mission. You've got an uphill battle, whoever this is, either this is you or the person that you are dealing with. Again, it's Capricorn, and with Capricorn, it's hard work. Let's take another card. And wow, saved by the bell, dear Taurus, there is the Wheel of Fortune. And again, it's the Five of Wands. Sometimes with the Five of Wands, it does speak of putting in that effort and trying to build on something. That's how I see that. You know, Fortuna does mean of luck. It does mean luck, because this is Tihi. Tihi means luck in Greek. So the Wheel of Fortune is here again, Sagittarius, and the Wheel of Fortune which you had there. Dear Taurus, I think I will leave the Sibillas. What I'd like to do is take a Black Moon Astrology card and see what else do we need to know for the beginning till mid-October. Taurus. And we have first house and the body. Okay, so the first house is how people see us, how we come across to others. Now the first house is also the physical body. It's the ego as well. So some of you may be having issues with your body, maybe with your self-worth. Now it does ring Chiron in Aries for me at this time, because Chiron being in Aries is all about, on a collective energy, it's all about self-worth issues. Now some of you may have been dealing with someone that had self-worth issues, and therefore they did not believe in their values. They did not feel valuable. Okay, so again, with the first house here and the body, you know, Taurus is all about the body, all about the physical body. So is Virgo. And again, first house is the natural house of Aries, right? And Aries, again, is where Chiron is. Now, the sun is right across Chiron. So those childhood wounds, that victim mentality, your childhood conditioning could be coming up, resurfacing at this time for healing. Some of you may have literally had a problem with, you know, a physical problem with your appearance, something with your body. It feels as though here with all this yellow, the gold color, it's very much like the sun. It's like a sense of healing. What I'd like to do is take one more, and it is a 25, which equals a 7, and 7 is spirit. And we've got Neptune and sacrifice here. Wow. And Neptune is the ruling planet of Pisces. So it's funny that we've got the first house, which would be Aries, and Pisces. So some of you maybe, whilst Chiron, not so long ago, Chiron left Pisces and moved into Aries. Some of you may still be physically healing in relation to, as I said, those wounds from past lives, Okay, the victim mentality and so on. Now, Neptune again speaks of wearing those rose-colored glasses and not being able to see clearly, but it says sacrifice, which is the hangman. Again, timing, people, and it's a 10. Could we be talking about the time of, again, of course, it could speak of October for a lot of you, but could it be 10 days? For others of you, it could be 10 weeks. I don't think that it would be more than that. And because we had lots of 10s from the time of Scorpio into Sagittarius for some of you, there is some sort of a sacrifice that the divine, because Neptune is spirit, the divine is asking for some sort of a sacrifice here. And again, I do believe more than likely it's all about timing. Or it says that you need to change your perspective on your self-worth issues. Yeah. All right, let's take a Moonology card. It's these are oracle cards by Yasmin Boland. Let's see for Taurus, please, Spirit. Okay, let's take one card for Taurus, please, Spirit. And we have a new start is coming, new moon, but it does not say which new moon. So because here we've got, we just had a new moon in Libra. You do have the Justice card here, which is the time of Libra. So could it be now? Just, you know, maybe 2-3 days ago with a new moon in Libra, which is all about partnerships. You could be on the path for a new beginning in relationships, partnerships of any type, dear Taurus. Let's see. Let's take an angel answer. Please ask your question. Let's take a card for Taurus, please, Spirit. If you need to pause the video, please do so and concentrate on your question. Let's see if the cards could answer it for you. Let's take it. And we've got abundance. Wow, this is beautiful. Yeah, all these cards do speak of abundance, okay? Abundance in love, abundance in material things, true gem. Some of you may just be feeling as though you're very abundant in love. This is a union card. It's a marriage. It's a partnership that's going to go the long haul. It's a strong, strong commitment, okay? Some of you may be committing to some sort of a project, some sort of a job that's going to bring you a lot of abundance. What I'd like to do is now take my handwritten cards, and that will be what we close with. I'm going to take one card on the Emperor, one on the King of Wands, and I'd like to take one also on the Queen of Swords. So let's take our 3 characters right here. Now, these cards will not resonate with everyone, the messages, so please remember that. What I'm looking at here is the expression of that Queen and the Emperor. The Queen feels hopeless. If she feels as though she's given up, actually, she's at a point of giving up. The only thing, she's like, stop talking. She's just going to use that sword. Let's see what she's got to say. Whether she's thinking this or whether she's sending this message, could go either way. You were cold, distant to me. I needed more passion. 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands. So a decision maybe between 2 people. Yes, could be deciding whether to walk through that new doorway. Let's look at the Emperor. Emperor says, your eyes are familiar to me. I know that we've shared lives before. You must feel it too. And I don't usually take this card. I haven't seen it for a while. So your eyes are familiar to me. I know that we've shared lives before. You must feel it too. He's saying to this queen. And it's the Six of Cups, which says that these two people, more than likely, have shared a past together. So, of course, they could be, of course, if they were in a committed partnership or relationship, they are soulmate energies. Doesn't mean that they're the twin flames, though. We do have a lot of soulmates in our lives. So let's see what this King of Wands is all about. And we have, I prefer to be friends. And we've got the Ten of Wands. Wow. The Ten of Wands. Another 10. I'm going to take one more card because now the story has sort of twisted with who is who. I'm going to take one more for each of the males. Let's take the King of Wands. And we have, I see pain and sorrow in your eyes. Please trust that I won't ever hurt you. And it's the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles to me is the Taurus card. Let's take the Emperor now. Emperor. And we have, I'm coming to meet you. I want to be with you. Eight of Wands. So this Emperor is willing to go the distance. Okay, so I don't know exactly how these work out for you, but the funny thing is, it's really weird because we've got a 6 and an 8, which equal 14, and that's Temperance, which speaks of Sag energy, again Jupiter in Sagittarius, and we've got another 14 here. That is what is strange. So I will leave it up to you. You know how this speaks to you personally. Actually, I'm going to take just one more for the Queen of Swords. I did take 2 on the King and the Emperor. Let's take one more on that Queen. So first message was, you were cold, distant to me. I needed more passion. One more card. And she says, I'm married. I lied to you. I'm sorry. Wow. And she's got the 5 of Swords. So is that a message that she is giving out? Or is that the message that she is receiving? And you know, the Queen of Swords is usually not someone who lies unless she was in the reverse. But I'll let you think about it, dear Taurus. Thank you again for being here. Thank you so much. Very appreciated for all the time that you were here with me. I will be back very soon, sending you lots of love, lots of blessings, and talk to you very soon. Yeah, bye.